Hi, and welcome to the Get Local podcast. I am Joanne Fowler, your host, and we are coming to you each week to bring you some of those local hidden gems that you may or may not know about and encourage you to shop. So we're going to teach you a little bit about each of these companies, and hopefully you will say, I'm going to go visit them. So today we are at 864 Sound in Greenville, South Carolina. We just love Brandon Higginbotham. He's the owner, and he is the producer and creator of our podcast. But today in the studio, I have LaQuetta Magwood. Welcome,
Yay.
LaQuetta. Yay. I'm so glad that you're here. LaQuetta is one of those multiple entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So we had to really hone down a couple of her businesses to talk to you about today. So she is like a lot of us in the upstate where we own multiple businesses. But today, LaQuetta is going to talk to us about two of her companies. They're kind of joined together. One is Lyrical Clutches, and the second is Opulent Beauty Co. Have I got that correct?
Yes, you got that correct.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Girl, you are so much fun.
Well, thank you.
So I want you to tell our guests a little bit about tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay, so I started Lyrical Clutches first. It's a luxury nail business where I offer enhancements for your nails. I take care and treat your natural nails. And as you can see, I got my nails done because I keep my nails done. This is a brand for me. I rock it so that people can see the versatility and how I just go and flow with life every day. I do extensions on your nails, meaning I add tips. Or I can just cater to your natural nail. I do everything from acrylic overlays to gel manicures or basic manicures. Some people just want their cuticles cleaned up, and trust me, I do that at every service to make sure the cuticle is nice, clean, and that your nail can grow healthy. And I also do bomb pedicures. Woo!
So what is a bomb pedicure? Tell me about that.
A bomb pedicure is, I do everything dry first. So I take the foot, and before even putting it in the water, doing all of that, I get all the dead skin off of the foot. I go ahead, and if they're getting acrylic, I go ahead and put acrylic on there, design it and everything. Or if they're just getting gel polish, I go ahead and do all of that first before putting the foot in the water, because my pedicures last longer that way. And that way they don't have chipping issues. They don't have to come back in 2 weeks because their foot rough and all of that. So I go ahead and take that off the table, and they can come back in a month. And sometimes when they come back in a month, they only need like something minor. They don't even need the full color change. But most of my people, they want their hands and their toes to match. And I'm okay with that. Because, baby, it got to match.
It's got to match.
It's definitely got to match.
Now, it sounds to me like, when you're going into one of these really busy salons where there's like 30 technicians in there, and they're just kind of, you're like herding cattle. They're getting you in and getting you out. A lot of times it looks beautiful, but it sounds to me like you're taking some extra time when you're doing your manicures and your pedicures. So it's not just come in, in 20 minutes you're in and out. You're really doing an extra care.
It's luxury. Pedicures, nail care, all of that is supposed to be luxury services. So that's what I cater to my people. I don't rush on their service. It's not about the amount of people I can get in a day and the amount of money. Yes, I do want to make money,
right.
But I can charge them a little more because I give them that extra time. I'm not rushed. They're not just a number to me.
Yeah.
They are a customer. They deserve the luxury. And the reason how I got here, you might ask me that later.
I was.
So
you go ahead.
I'll wait until you ask me that question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So how I got here is one day I went to a nail salon in Spartanburg, and I told the technician, I was like, I don't want flowers on my toes. I want a design, but I don't want flowers. This man put a leaf on my toe.
Well, he didn't give you a flower.
I said, sir, tomato, it all goes in the same family. I don't want that. He said, we know how to do other designs. We just don't want to. And I was just like,
Oh.
but you still want my money.
Yeah.
You're not going to give me what I want. You want to give me what you want me to have.
Wow.
And that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to other people and they were experiencing similar things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, how can I create an atmosphere where my people can get what they want and get what they desire without all of that extra negativity and drama, and they can feel like they really came and got a luxury service. And that's how I came.
So it's almost like a spa, really.
Yeah,
I mean, like because if you go into a spa, they're going to take that extra care on your hands and your toes. Versus if you're going into one, like I said, with 30 technicians sitting in a room, they're just trying to get you in and get you out. So now you mentioned, designs. So tell me a little bit. I'm real big about getting my nails done. So when I go in, I'm coming to you now.
Yes, come
I'm
on,
talking to you today.
You have to.
But when I go in, I'm typically flipping through Pinterest or Google, and I'm saying, okay, what do I want for Valentine's Day, or what do I want for Christmas? So, and I know when I go into, because I go into one of those places with 30 people right now. So when I go in and I show them the design I want, you can see eyes starting to roll, because sometimes it's difficult to do. So what do you do? Do you encourage people to come in and just say, this is what I want, and then you're creative, kind of like an artist, and you come up with a design, or do people give you a design? How does that work?
So what sets me apart in the industry is the only thing that I typically require from my clients is just tell me your color. And I'll do the rest. Because at the end of the day, I'm an artist. I'm not just a nail technician. I'm an artist. I can draw on your nails. I can draw words. I can draw pictures. I can draw all kind of stuff on your nail. And it really don't matter if they're short or if they're long. The longer, the more canvas I have to work with. But shorter is more detail, and I have different brushes and brush length that'll allow me to get those small details onto the nail.
Oh, that is great. Now, how hard is it to paint designs on toes? Is that difficult?
Actually, it's really not difficult to paint designs on toes.
I've never done that before, so.
Because most of the time with toes, a lot of people are getting they'll get stones, they'll get sometimes I'll draw on the toe, on the big toe, but like the smaller toes, I can put like stones, or I can put some glitter or something unique, or they might get the French tips on their toes. So it's really not that hard.
Yeah. Now your nails is the Lyrical clutches or the opulent
It's
beauty?
the Lyrical clutches.
The Lyrical clutches. And so how hard is it to get in? I mean, you're not, obviously 30 people's not in there. So if I'm going to call and get an appointment, is it usually same day, next day? Do you book out?
So right now, well, what I've been doing in the past is I've been allowing people to go on my booking site. But since I started and I added hair into the mix now, what they'll have to do is they'll have to contact me. And I usually fit them in the schedule. Sometimes I can get you in same day. Sometimes it may be a week out, or.
So you're probably getting, I would think you would get a lot of repeat customers. So somebody comes in and you say, okay, you need to come back in 4 to 6 weeks if you want to keep them up, right? And if you want to come back in 4 to 6 weeks, you need to get on my schedule before you leave. Because that's what I do with my hairstylist, right? When I go in, she'll say, you need to be here in 6 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever the case may be. Let's get you on the schedule, because I'm one of those, I like to call you the same day and say, oh, my roots are showing. Can you get me in today? And she's like, no, I'm booked up for a month, So with you being, are you the only one that does nails in this?
I'm the only one that does it.
Yeah. So you definitely have to get on the schedule. Right?
You have to. I'm really schedule based. But like I say, sometimes you get those off schedules where I can just fit you in because it's multiple people doing the hair. Sometimes we're flexible like that. So if Quinta and Mimi's doing the hair, or if we have somebody else in there to do the hair, I can do their nails while they're getting their hair done.
That's
I have my little carry station and my little table that I just
roll
unfold and pull up and set up, and We in there.
I think that's great. Now, where is your shop located?
We are located in Lyman, South Carolina.
In Lyman. So Lyman's perfect. So you could be in Greenville and drive over there, or you could be in Spartanburg and drive over there. You're kind of right in the middle.
Literally right in the middle.
Right in the middle. That's great.
That's the beauty of the markets. Like, I can get from this market and that market. And I also have people that travel to me too. So.
Oh, you have people who travel in.
Yes.
Yeah, see, when you do a good job, people will come, right?
They want that luxury service because for us as African American, it is so hard because they do treat us different when we go in those salons. And sometimes a lot of us don't say it, but we see it.
Yeah.
And for me, I saw it and I was just like, how can I continue to come give this company or business my money when I know that they don't treat me the same? If me and you was to go in there at the same time, they will cater to you, but they'll turn their nose down at me. Oh, pick a color. What color you like? Pick a color. But for you, what color would you like? And this and that. And it really, really bothered me that they do that. And when I went to nail school, my nail teacher, she was an Asian woman, and she told me, she said, I'm sorry, but our culture don't like y'all.
Oh, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I was just like,
but at least it made it confirmed what you were feeling. So it wasn't just something that, you were being sensitive. It was real.
It was real.
And when she told you that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it blew my mind.
So I love the reason why you started it then. Instead of just being angry about it, you said, I'm going to do something about it, right? And I'm going to help, my people have a place that they can come.
Yeah.
And so I think that is a wonderful reason to start the business.
And I don't only service my people. I service all people because at the end of the day, we all deserve the luxury.
Yeah.
We all deserve everything. Like when my people leave my salon, like, they feel like they got the service. It's not a rush job. They was like, oh, Lord, you got me so relaxed. Oh, Lord, I just want to go lay down and go to bed now. I'm just so relaxed.
Oh, my
goodness. That's how you're supposed to feel after you get a service like that.
Now, I want to ask a little bit, because being a woman, I know I like to have pedicures as well, because in the summertime, it's like your feet really, really, really dry out. And so what do you tell your people? I mean, is it important that they come on a regular basis to keep their, especially in the summertime, to keep their, well, I guess winter too, because then you're drying out in the winter.
Winter is actually the worst because you're extra dry. Your skin needs that moisture. It needs that circulation. So the winter time is... honestly, what I tell my people, yes, I have a small group that comes only in the spring and summertime because they're pulling out those sandals, they're pulling out those flip-flops. But for me, I tell my people, you should get a pedicure year round. Your foot don't just shed in the summer. It's all year round. And like, I did someone the other day, and their pedicure took me a very long time because their foot was in hibernation.
Oh, gotcha.
For the winter.
Never thought about hibernation.
Because you got all of that buildup, and I literally go in there and I clean all of that stuff out.
Wow. I
really do, because the summer and springtime's coming out. You don't want to be self-conscious about your foot, especially you wearing them cute sandals. You done bought all them sandals when the winter came, and you want to rock them in the summer and the spring. So
now, how do you tell people? Because I know a lot of my friends, they say, I just don't want to, it's expensive. I don't want to spend the money to get my nails, my nails and my pedicure. So what do you tell people when they say it's just too expensive?
Well, it's how much. It all boils down to how much it's self-care. And how much you love yourself. Yeah. We can find money. Once we put it in the atmosphere, you can find money for anything. That's been my experience. And once you put it in the atmosphere, I want my nails done, I want my feet done, you can budget for that. It can be expensive, but you got to know how to work it. And you got to know you can't get all the bells, all the whistles, all the designs, all the stones, all the bling, all of that. You may have to start small. And you may just have to get one solid color. it's still going to be bomb.
Yeah.
I'm still going to shape that nail to the T. I'm still going to make that color pop to the T, because I'm going to put that glass coat on there, or I'm going to mat it out, whatever your preference is. I'm going to still do that for you, and you'll be able to still talk with your hands and do everything.
LaQuetta, I love what you're saying, because number one, I love why you started your business. It was all about, okay, somebody doesn't want to take care of me and my friends or people that I know. Well, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it right, because everybody deserves to be taken care of. And then I hear you say, it doesn't matter to me if you're spending, $20 or $60, you're going to get the same care.
Yes.
You care about your people who are coming in your door.
I do. I've been in healthcare. I was in healthcare before I moved into this, and I love taking care of people, and I love going the extra mile, because when you do those things, that's what people are going to remember. They're not going to remember somebody, you going in there, all right, what color you want? Let me do this. They're not going to remember. They're going to remember that as a bad experience. I don't want them to remember bad experiences about me. I want them to remember, she did a bomb job. Like, wow, like, I feel amazing. My nails look good. My feet feel good. I'm walking on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Like, I love when my people text me back and say, I'm not going to nobody else to do my feet. This is the first time I've ever had a pedicure or ever had a service. Then it felt this way, and I love it, and it lasts, and all of those things. So that's really what I do it for, because I care, because I love what I do.
Well, and you said self-care. A lot of people don't see it as that. They think it's just a luxury. But, I'm a pastor's wife, and I have realized over the years that so many women have very low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they don't love themselves. And when women think they look good, they feel good, and they're more confident. And so I think it's okay to take care of ourselves sometimes.
It is okay to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
It is completely okay to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not taking care of yourself, I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm really worried. That's a concern for me.
Yeah.
Because why aren't you taking care of yourself? The love you give to everybody else, give it to yourself first.
That's right. You got to be able to take care of yourself first. That's why when you're on an airplane and they say the airplane's going down, what do they say? The first thing they do is say, if you've got a child with you or somebody else with you, put your mask on first. Right. Because you got to take care of yourself. I think that's so important. Well, I think anybody who needs to have their nails done, they definitely need to come to your shop for sure. They
come get the experience.
Come
I
get
promise
the experience.
You, it will be a amazing experience.
Now tell me about Opulent Beauty.
So Opulent Beauty Co. is my skincare aesthetics business, but I also incorporate doing microlocks in that business as well. So it's like a hair and skin business. I got the Opulent Beauty Co. because I was trying to figure out, what can I name it? Because it's a luxury service, because a lot of people don't know how to clean their face. A lot of people think, I just use Dove. I just use Vaseline. I just wash my face with water. But you need to really take the time to love on your skin, take care of your skin, do all of those things. And that's why I started Opulent Beauty, because a lot of people, what's the first step when they purchase my products? It's like, what's the first step with using your products? You would think it'll be a no-brainer, but I've realized that a lot of people really don't know.
Right.
They don't know because they never did it.
Well, and I will tell you, I'm obviously a lot older than you, but when I was growing up, my mother's generation, they really didn't wear makeup and they really didn't do skincare. We didn't even wear sunscreen when we went out and played in the yard. And, now they're telling you, but wear sunscreen so you don't get sun cancer. But we didn't know any different as kids. So I think what happened was, like, for my generation, my mother never taught us how to wear makeup. They never taught us how to take care of our face. And so then when, the next generation came, we kind of learned on our own, and we didn't learn correctly in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, back then, if you wear blue eyeshadow, that was a bad thing. But, I was wearing me some blue eyeshadow because it was pretty. So we just didn't learn that. And I think generationally, sometimes we're not teaching the next generation how to take care of their face. And I think you're absolutely right. You know, the only time the teenagers worry about their face is when pimples begin to pop out.
Yeah. And that acne, they get those acne breakouts and those hormonal issues, and the hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation. They deal with a lot of that. And then they're, oh, Lord, my face is breaking out. I need help.
Yeah.
What can I use?
Yeah.
And I do work on a lot of teens right now, is because they are getting those acne breakouts and stuff like that. But they don't know how to properly clean their face. So I knew that there was a problem, so I tried, and I'm trying to get the message out there so that I can change the culture for this generation that's coming, because everybody wants, because the face is
that's what
probably
you're gonna see.
That's what you're gonna see. Like, who wants all of those pimples and bumps and everything all over their face? Nobody.
Well, and listen, wrinkles are coming too.
Yeah,
so,
wrinkles are coming
the more
too.
you take care of it, and you know, you're absolutely right. Hormonally, you're changing as a woman all through your life. You know, when you have a baby, your hormone changes. You know, when you go through menopause, you're a teenager, right? And so learning how to take care of your face is going to help your canvas last longer.
And a lot of people are stressed out within the last couple of years with how COVID came, and a lot of people are really stressed out. And COVID really did the skin no justice, because people were wearing those masks. And when you wear those masks, a lot of people were breaking out around the area, because the air is going in and out, in and out, and it's not able to breathe. So this part was breaking out really bad.
Now, for those people who may just be listening, you know, I just want to say, instead of watching the video, you're an African American and I'm a Caucasian. So is our skin different? And does it require, as an esthetician, does it require different, you know, foundation, different makeup, different skincare products?
Yes, you have to find what matches your skin the most.
Gotcha.
My products, with my skincare line, it's for all skin types. So it doesn't matter if it's normal, dry, combination. My products works for all skin types.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, did you create it, or you did? So this is your own skincare line.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, tell me.
Beauty Co.
Okay, so tell me about your skincare.
So with my skincare line, I have 2 cleansers. I have one that both of them can tailor towards acne, but one does it more than the other one because it has that charcoal and green tea in it. And they both come with moisturizers.
Okay.
One moisturizer, it tightens keep the face tight and smooth out all those wrinkles.
Yeah.
I also have a toner that works with helping minimize your pores, shrinking your pores, and it also helps with hyperpigmentation, which a lot of people struggle with, and all the dark spots under the eyes, all over, it helps with that as well. It helps even out the skin tone, because a lot of people do struggle with that, but it also provides moisture, which a lot of people lack in their face. You can look at somebody and tell when their face is dehydrated, or their body as a whole, because their face will have those dry, patchy spots and stuff like that. So I also have oil that helps smooth out scarring and blemishes and all of that, because it helps even the skin out too as well.
So how does your skincare differ from, because I mean, man, skincare can be so confusing. I mean, just think, if you go into Belk's, you've got 50 brands, it seems like, in there. You go into the drugstore, you're going to have just a wall full. How do you know which ones to get? Why get yours?
Well, you got to first look at what your issue is. And for me, I know a lot of people struggle with the acne and the breakouts, and it helps prevent that. So, and if you do get those breakouts, if you use it, instantly you'll notice a difference. It provides that moisture in your face. You have to read the labels, because a lot of people, all my products are natural. They're made with minerals of the earth. And
wow, that's awesome.
Because
you're not putting any chemicals on your face.
Exactly. And they don't have all those dyes and all of that stuff in there. So it helps moisturize the skin. It helps make it that plump, youthful, and it gives you that plump, youthful glow that a lot of people look for. Who wouldn't want their face to glow?
That's right.
And it doesn't leave the skin oily. So, and a lot of people struggle with oily products. And so I was like, I don't want no oily products. What can I tweak here, there, and everywhere? And I tried my product out for over a year before I launched it.
That is great. So is your skincare in any other stores, or right now you only get it directly
through my website?
Oh, that is great. Yep. Now, were you a little bit worried when you first started creating it? I mean, did you have any experience in creating skincare products?
I was like, woo, what in the world is going on?
Did you have to go to school to learn how to do it?
Well, I have a lot of background in science. So, because even though I'm in the industry now, I have a bachelor's in exercise and sports science, and I worked with a lot of people who work out, sweat, and all those things. So I paid attention to the skin during those times, and I also worked in nursing homes where they had issues with their skin and
senior
nails
citizens,
and all of that, and them being dry and all of that. So I took notes throughout my experiences.
Wow.
And my master's is in public health, and I know that that's a public health issue. Honestly, everything is public health.
Yeah.
So, and diet is another major part. So literally all my degrees, I can intertwine them into creating something that is going to help and focus on the community as a whole.
You are taking care of women from their head to their toes. Literally, inside and out. That is wonderful. So now you own other businesses as well. So how many businesses total do you own?
Right now it's a total of 3.
So have you had challenges in trying to run 3 different businesses?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So tell me about one of your greatest challenges that you overcame.
I would say one of my greatest challenges would be with the luxury skin and the luxury nail services that I provide. One of the greatest challenges people in their finances with paying for the service. Some people, they pay no problem. Other people, I know deep down inside, if they could, they would.
Yeah.
But they respect me and my business enough not to say, I don't want to just give you the bare minimum.
Yeah.
I really want to pay you because of the service that you provide, because of the phenomenal work that you do. I really want to pay you what you're worth. I don't want to use you per se.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not using, but they respect my business and they respect me enough not to use me. But eventually when they get their money right,
then they come back. That's right. Well, I see you as a very kind and compassionate person. That's probably hard for you because, your mind is working 2 ways. The heart is saying, well, just go ahead and give it to them for whatever they can pay. But on the flip side of that, as a businesswoman who's running 3 businesses, and I think we all struggle with that. You just can't say, okay, I'm just going to do it for free. There's got to be some kind of win-win in there, right? For both of you. So
in the beginning, I did a lot of stuff for free. I gave them services. I gave them designs. I gave them all kind of stuff for free. They didn't know it, but I struggled on the back end.
Yeah.
Because I did all that work, took all that extra time, and I wasn't compensated for it. But guess what? That's why my businesses are blessed. Yeah. Because you give and you receive.
You give and you receive. That's for sure. Well, tell me how everybody can, first of all, how can they get your beauty products? Tell us where to go to get those.
Get my beauty products on opulentbeautyco7.com. I have a list of my products there. It's a description to tell you whatever you're struggling with. It'll give you a description on which products will be better for you. And for my male clientele, I do have the charcoal and green tea line that's great for men because they do have those beard. They grow all of that terminal hair on their face. So when they bump up and all of that stuff, it'll help tailor to them as well.
Really?
So yeah.
So does that work on your legs? Like if you shave and, and you're bumping up? From shaving, you need to
It
come
might.
up with, you're gonna have to come up with that
Right,
skincare
I don't
product.
break out on my legs because I really don't grow no hair on my leg,
Oh my
so I don't
gosh.
never have to shave
Lucky
it. So
you, right?
I wouldn't know nothing.
You wouldn't know nothing about that. But those men's faces do sometimes bump up when they're shaving. Okay, and so for Lyrical Clutches, how do they get in touch with you? You gotta come get your nails and
listen. You
pedicure done
gotta
with you,
at
nails and
least
toes.
experience me just once,
Yeah.
or experience me all the time.
Every 6 weeks.
Every 4 to 6 weeks. Come
That's
see
right.
me. I promise you will not be disappointed.
So how do they get in touch with you to get it scheduled? They're gonna call
I
you
have Instagram, I have Facebook, and I also have you can text me. The text number is 864-612-1032. You can look me up on all social platforms under Lyrical Clutches. I'll pop up and you can reach me, send me a message, you can call me, whatever you want to do, and I'll get you set up.
Give them your address. You're over in Lyman.
I am in Lyman, South Carolina. The address is 107 Spartanburg Highway, Lyman, South Carolina, Unit B.
Unit B. And listen, it is important for us to support local businesses.
Yes.
And, it is just, my heart and passion is for the local business, and when COVID came around and I drove around and I saw the Walmarts were still there, nothing wrong with Walmart, but I saw Target was still there, Belk's was still there, but I was watching my small business brothers and sisters businesses closing,
yeah.
And those were people's dreams that were gone, you know, and we've got so many wonderful hidden gems right here in the upstate, and we've got so many people here that if everybody will support a local business, those local businesses feed families, those local businesses help people get further educations. There's just tons of reasons why we need to support. So please go out and support LaQuetta with Lyrical Clutches and Opulent Beauty Co. You definitely have to do that. And I'm telling you, she's a blast. You got to get in the studio with her. Get into her studio because she is a blast. Now, I'm going to ask you a fun question before I let you go.
Okay.
I always ask this to everybody. We're kind of serious about your business.
Okay.
But I always like to ask a surprise question, which is, if you could choose any superpower in the world, what would it be and why?
Ooh. My superpower would be to have multiple arms to do more things at one time.
Oh my good! So you could do the nails, the
Yeah,
hair,
I can do
the face,
everything
you can
at
do it
one
all.
time. Just doing it all.
Just getting it all.
Oh, and another thing, I'll be able to stay up and all of that. But I know I got to get rest in order for my skin to look this good and glow and all of that stuff. So
Did you do it faster?
I can do it faster.
But you with care.
If I can sleep in 1 hour and feel like I've rested for 8 hours, that'll be perfect.
That'd be perfect. Y'all, I am so glad y'all joined us today. I know that this interview was great, and you are going to enjoy not only talking to her in the or listening to her on the interview, but you got to go out to her store, her studio.
Yes.
So I am coming from 864 Sound. I want to give a shout out to Brandon Higginbotham. I said it at the beginning, but Brandon does original music production, sound design, voiceovers, podcasting, audio repair, mixing and mastering, and live sound. That is a lot. He's here on Sweetbriar Road in Greenville, South Carolina. If you have any of those services that you need, he is amazing, fantastic, and you definitely want to give Brandon a call. We thank you to our listeners for joining us today. Man, without you, we would not even have a podcast. Please watch, please share, and most of all, please go shop, buy, and support our local businesses. Go see LaQuetta ASAP, and then post about it and let everybody know that you heard about them on Get Local. Thank you for joining us. We love you. Bye.
Bye.